In today's digital world, video screens and monitors are slowly pushing paper into the background. But there's a place in Cookeville, Tennessee that brings paper back to the foreground with dazzling colors and exciting stories and fun for all ages. Come with us to Mountaintop Comics and Collectibles and see how comic books are not just a thing of the past.
Comic books, it's a different group of people. I mean, for the most part, we all love the same characters, the same stories. We grew up with them. We have a shared vision or a shared idea of the enjoyment of them. There's a nostalgia factor. A lot of us, we started reading when we were 7 or 8 years old, and we've continued through the years. We've grown up with these characters. And the reason that I think people like coming into a store is they can talk to somebody else who also shares their love of the medium.
I love this place. Like, I come in here and help do random things around here whenever I can, help set up for Free Comic Book Day and help take out old books and put them on the shelf. That way he can get ready for new comic books on today, Wednesday.
It's like Christmas, so it's a great store and great people. Some of my best friends from here, and Michael, really knowledgeable person, personable too, and he'll help you find what you need.
Mountaintop Comics and Collectibles first opened in 1998 online as an internet seller. Opened up the physical store in 2003 in Monterey. I was there for 6 years before moving down here to Cookeville in 2009. And 2018 marks our 20th year. The impetus for opening up an actual physical store was I missed the interaction between myself and the customers. I had the store from 91 through 95 in Monterey, and that just really kind of sparked the interest in retailing, and that's the reason I opened up the physical store in 2003. When the economy kind of went south in 2007, 2008, I saw that I needed to do something. It was soft everywhere, but it was really slow in Monterey, being a small town. So I moved down here to Cookeville and been here ever since.
I was into them when I was a kid, but I didn't really start reading them a lot until I got to college. Amazing Spider-Man, Captain America, Ninja Turtles, like that a lot.
When I first started, Iron Man was the only one I ever got. It's the only one I could ever afford, and it still is my favorite. And Amazing Spider-Man, it's really good. You gotta believe the hype. It's just as good as the movies, if not better. I think better. Yeah, let's go with better.
Right now, one of my favorite books is Black Hammer. It's written by Jeff Lemire and art by David Rubin. And the X-Men's always kind of a go-to, and they've got 8 books running at a time, any given time.
Well, today is Wednesday, which is New Comic Book Day every week. I actually pick up my comics on Tuesday. I drive over to UPS and then pick up the shipment, although I can't put them out on the shelves until Wednesday. I come in and unload everything in here, open up all the boxes, count the comics, make sure they're not damaged. I bag and board them to protect them while they're on the shelves, and that also gives the buyer the opportunity to protect their comics as well. They don't have to deal with buying bags and boards for them. Here I'm dealing with usually between 700 and 800 copies a week.
It's a good variety too. And when you look for a comic book store, you want you look for the current stuff, but you also want to pay homage to the older stuff too. You want to look for that older stuff, and he's got a little bit of both. And he's got trendy stuff like the Funko Pops and the action figures and the statues. So there's a little bit of everything for just about anybody.
I would just tell them to come down here and look at the trades that Mike offers and pick up one that looks interesting, because there's a lot of variety over there, and see what they like.
It can be kind of daunting because, as you can see, there's hundreds of titles, and a lot of the characters have 40+ years of continuity behind them. You know, Batman and Superman have been around for 75+ years. I always try to find out, what they're into, if they like a certain character from a movie or a cartoon, or they play a certain video game, and also the age of the person involved. If it's a younger kid, I have comics that are geared towards all ages. And if they're older, in their teens, we also have comics that are more suitable for them. And while they may not be able to start right at the very beginning on a character, we can maybe find a good place to jump on. And really, the companies do a pretty good job of doing that. Usually, comics are broken up into like 6-issue story arcs. So you can get them started on the current story arc. And if they decide they like it enough, they can always go back and try to find back issues or trade collections and try to fill in those blanks in the story.